Former Liberal Democrat MP Norman Baker weighed in on Prince Harry's funding cut allegation by adding that politicians and Parliament would be criticized for spending public money on supporting a non-working royal member. Norman Baker, who has written books on the royal family, did not sympathize with Prince Harry's claims that he was cut off financially by the royal family. He explained that Prince Harry had plenty of money left to him from his mother's inheritance and was able to quickly strike up deals with big media companies in the aftermath of leaving the royal family. Mr. Baker added that there would have been public outcry if the UK government were funding the Duke of Sussex despite him not being a working royal. Speaking on talk radio, Mr. Baker said, "We don't give public money to protect, say, David Beckham's children, so why should we pay money to protect somebody who's not an acting royal member of that family? So I don't have sympathy, and he has got sufficient private resources to pay for security for himself." Host Julia Hartley Brewer then pointed out that in normal circumstances it would be very rare to see someone Prince Harry's age still financially supported by their family. She said, "When he says he was cut off, he talked about being cut off in his mid-30s by his parents. I think lots of people will be delighted to get to their mid-30s still being supported financially by their parents. But he did inherit when his mother died, £7.5 million, and if that had been invested that should be worth well over £20 million by now. And he also was getting £2.3 million from Prince Charles. Now we're told that's from Prince Charles' private estate from Duchy of Cornwall. But of course, he doesn't pay the same taxes like a big corporation tax, but has got the army pension £35,000 as well. Most people will probably think they've managed to get by on those sorts of sums." Mr. Baker replied, "I think they would get by. The idea that you're supposed to support your children when they're 35. My daughter is 20, is she going to be expecting me to support her when she's 35? I don't know." But that was the weakest point of their argument, and he came across as self-serving because they have got plenty of money and they've got Netflix deals bringing in loads of money. They don't need to bother the public purse. You got to turn this round, and had they had support from the public purse, the argument would have been for people like me. Why are we supporting these people who are not active members of our royal family living in California, especially from the public purse, instead of funding the health service or the education system? So, I think, in a sense, you have a right to be cut off, as that's a phrase he wants to use, a rather pejorative phrase. But I think that was the right decision for the palace. I have to say, the only thing in the program where the palace came up with any credibility to my mind